Then the entire theater staff stood up and clapped. My brother didn't want anyone in the theater at the Star Wars premiere, so he spent $2,180 to buy all the tickets. Wow, Star Wars, The Fork. Congrats on getting to see 70% of the film. It's me. Hi, I'm lying. Yep. Y'all, so I put anti-hero as my name in Starbucks and the barista yelled, "Best song on midnight!" And I said, "It's me. Hi." And then everybody around me started to sing, "I'm the problem. It's me." At tea time, everybody agrees. Oh, I'm crying. So my mom is a Blackpink fan and she made me listen to Blackpink growing up, and my first words were Blackpink in your area because I was listening to Boombayah. Oh wait, is that Boombayah? Oh no, I've exposed myself. I listen to their music, I swear. They're the group, right? That they're like, there's a group of women and they sing? Yeah, those ones. Cop next to woman on bicycle. Miss, you're going way too fast on that bike. Slow down. Person on bike. Or what? Am I under arrest for emitting 0 CO2 and having incredibly strong legs? And then all of New York clapped, not with just their hands, their cheeks as well. It was a completely involuntary event. Many were left deaf or paralyzed from the unified breaking of the sound barrier. Me to my 8-year-old, bring me something to drink. Him.
You want a cute drink or a regular drink?
Cute, I guess. Him.
Here is your Sprite garnished with a Sour Patch Kid because your tone is little sour.
Aw, that happened. You even still have an 8-year-old, I bet, I guarantee. Yeah, dad's not taking care of it instead because you're divorced. No. All of her tweets are like this. I just asked my 2-year-old what his dad's name was, and he said magnifying glass. I said, wait, do you think that's what Matt is short for? And he nodded yes. Sounds legit. My 3-year-old had the biggest meltdown, and at one point he yelled, I'm going to sneak out of my room in the middle of the night and barricade the kitchen, and so nobody in the family can eat food ever again. And I just don't know. No parenting book could have prepared me for him. Incredible vocabulary for a 3-year-old. My 3-year-old tonight said he pretending to be a animalnologist. Jeez, Mum, are you sure your 3-year-old didn't write that sentence? When my husband and I looked confused, he said, someone who knows a lot about something. An animalnologist. A dinosaur-nologist. He meant ologist, but his way actually makes more sense, to be honest. Mummy just trying to subtly project their opinions on how things should be said. My 3-year-old said that mummies should get $300 because they work so hard. Yes, what a smart 3-year-old. This girl claims she ran 3 miles in 10 minutes. I have the time. I love to work out. Running is my favorite. My best time so far is 3 miles in 10 minutes. It's been a few years, but I would love to get back to that. So apparently, for this person, to achieve 3 miles in 10 minutes, they'd have to be running at 18 miles an hour. This person is almost 3 times faster than everyone else out there. Also, side note, anyone, please, let me know in the comments, when using a dating profile, do you ever even look at the interests? I see this stuff and it's a wall of fluff. It's like tags being put in a video description. I swear you can always tell with these because they start with very generic choices.
Music, movies, funny.
Whoa, you like funny? Wow, that's so different. I personally prefer depression. I once had a woman of color loudly accuse me of racism because I got in line at the grocery store. The room went silent. I turned and said loudly, Madam, there is a racist in this conversation, but it isn't me. My wife is black. Room still silent. After a pregnant pause, she grabbed her purse, abandoned her groceries, and stormed out the door. The moment the door closed, Every gave an applause.
Hi, I'm Every. There you go, mate.
Cheers, Every. Employees and customers alike, then business returned to usual. You know, there's people out there who will read this and see it shared on some stupid AI image of a Facebook post and think,
Yep, this is why I should support Trump.
I'm literally on a flight headed to Las Vegas as I type this. The flight attendant just passed by me in the aisle and took 2 glances at me, walked to the back of the airplane, got 2 mini wine bottles, brought them back to my seat and told me, I'm a big fan of your art, Eddie. Thank you for what you do. And gifted me the bottles. That is the nicest thing that's ever happened to me on a flight. Okay, so this is a strange one. Like, no, really, usually, it's them making some dramatic, convoluted story about how they're such an amazing person because of the actions they've done. How they amazingly clapped back at someone who gave them absolutely no resistance. But this person is just sharing a moment where someone has walked up to them and said, I like you. And I'm just left here like, Okay. I mean, what do you think? Is it a sleazy attempt to advertise yourself as lovable and, like, aspirational? Or just a genuinely over-the-moon moment where you just want to share it, the fact that, oh, people love me, look. I think I'd be skeptical if the flight attendant also just happened to give their number. Sure, hun, whatever you say. I withdrew less than $10,000 from the Commonwealth Bank today. I was asked what I need it for, so I said to the teller, aren't you supposed to ask this only if I withdraw more than $10,000? She said, oh no, now it's anything over $1,000, and even if you want to deposit $1,000, we ask you where you got the money from. So I said to her, disclaimer, they didn't, and if they did, they definitely didn't get the reaction they made up in this post. As she was being polite this time, that I withdrew the money to pay cash for all my purchases as the banks are closing down and closing ATMs. I also said that I no longer trust the bank with my money, and that I think it's intrusive that the government wants to know this information. She said that it is to prevent money laundering, to which I replied that the government is the biggest money launderer there is. She just laughed and gave me my money. I bought my daughter a coloring book. Belle, how old was your daughter again? 3? Yes, of course she was. Just casually drawing the guardian angel that watches her sleep at night. So kind and protective. Don't know why they keep looking at their wristwatch all the time, but hey, they're there. Meanwhile, on the Insta page that's totally legit, overheard New York. A content page curious enough to make you want to follow it, and illegitimate enough to get away with just making it all up. I got my daughter a laptop. She's 8. I set it up for her. It's her first laptop. I kind of let her go about her business for what is maybe an hour. Now I'm sitting in the kitchen alone. She walks in. How much is a Bitcoin worth? She's gonna be a winner. I can tell. Please, crypto's old school. Everyone knows the newest trend that you're already too late to try and catch up on is politicians and their stock trades. Because why get into politics to try and save the world when you can just become a financial influencer? My spouse recently had a blood draw. The registered nurse said she knew immediately he hadn't been vaxxed because his blood was beautiful. Most of the blood she sees now is thick like sludge. Doing IVs, the veins are clogged many times. She's had to suction the vein just to get an IV in. I do love it when the trash brain calls itself out like this. I mean, the username and the profile picture alone was already telling, but then you had to go on about blood being thick like sludge. If such a thing were true, that complication to the human body would be drastically noticeable. I mean, it's like arguing that our bones disappear. That's what happens when you take a vaccine. Your bones, they run away. So the boss says, we're going to need you to come to the office tonight. We are short-staffed. If you do not, we will be forced to cut your pay. Something every boss says so abruptly and direct, with the charisma of a movie character who's purely there to give exposition. So the awesome, definitely has six-pack abs OP responds, I'm an ex-Marine and I served my country. I don't work on the weekends and I will not be threatened. Do not tread on me. Then I will be forced to take forced $14 hours to $7. I mean, the freaking dollar signs aren't even on the right way around. God, if you're gonna fake it, at least make it look legit. But don't worry, folks. Super sexy, awesome, definitely has 10-pack abs OP, has a good little card up their sleeve. Ooh, they play that trap card. If you do that, I'll tell HR about your money laundering. What? No! I'm giving you a raise and a bonus. Yeah. Sorry. Cool sunglasses emoji. Does this person actually, like, do this person ever actually socialize, let alone text others? Because this isn't how people communicate. That even when they win something, in an argument's sake, this is so freaking stupid. The lack of legitimacy. Is this even, like, are they trying at all? I recently was working at my kid's school. Don't come for me. I want to homeschool. Oh, these people always are the ones who do. But anyway, I was walking with my first grader and she says in front of a group of staff members, I'm so sick of the government messing with our weather, Mom. Look at those chemtrails. Such a proud moment. Ooh, tears, hearts, and sparkly stars. Again, of course, it's this kind of person who wants to homeschool. My 6-year-old talking to himself on the toilet. Every day I gotta get up for school, and then every day I'm gonna have to get up for work. When does it end? Did I ask for this? No, I don't remember that I asked for this. I asked for rest and Legos and French toast. Lots of stares while shopping at Costco, and the lady checking receipts said, well, that's a healthy cart. What? I thought this was normal. Okay, really? Is that why you took a photo of your shopping trolley, of which none of it is bagged, like it normally would be if you actually were already at checkout and getting your receipt checked? It's almost as if you felt like no one's validated you for your life choices in a while, so you quickly took a photo and made up a story on the internet.
Look, everyone, look what I decided to do. Now like me.
I remember one time I was sitting at the bar at Johnny Brenda's, and I overheard the guy next to me saying, "You know, Fishtown is basically the 6th borough." I stood up. I'm 6'8" and 270 pounds. He's using the pound sign too. And I told him, "Buddy, if you ever say that again, I'm going to punch you in the mouth." If it wasn't obvious enough that this isn't real, and it was written by a 10-year-old who is projecting their fantasy where they actually stand up to their bullies and win, that was it. That threat. He left without finishing his beer, and the bartender comped my next round. Anyway, cool story, bro. No, I'm sorry, but that threat is pathetic. Bro did not say this.
Recently, I was at a birthday party with my 8-year-old son. He removed the artificial green frosting on his cupcake and then enjoyed the rest of it with friends. Later, I asked him about it. Here's what my 8-year-old son said.
"I could tell that bright green frosting had artificial dye in it. It just didn't look natural. And anytime I eat those artificial colors, they make my stomach hurt for a long time and I can't control my body. So I decided to just eat the cupcake."
Boom! Why does this make me so happy?
I don't know. It's like you just were typing and suddenly this entire story came about. Honestly, this is just conspiracy theorist conservative mom levels of smut. This is their smut. I mean, she's even got the folding arms, like as if she's like presenting some new home renovation TV show at like 2 p.m. weekdays. Military guy strikes again. Now canceling imaginary dates. Mentioned my military service on last night's date, but she just changed the subject with no respect for veterans. I typically don't get offended, but this one offended me. So I ended the date right there on the spot. I can't be with someone who doesn't show respect for veterans. I can imagine when you've been indoctrinated into a industry of sorts that assured you your efforts in said industry would be recognized tenfold for the rest of your life, only to come into the real world where it turns out respect has to be earned. It's not just blatantly served out like canapes at the start of a fancy dinner event. What a lovely thing to post about your kid. Let's set the scene. You are a parent taking a video of your daughter enjoying what will be one of their most cherished childhood memories. They are grooming a pet of their dreams. While she clearly isn't in high school yet, let's put something that's going to be on the internet forever about her. Mom, the diarrhea I had was not illness, it was cleansing. I feel so much better now physically and emotionally. Beautiful. This unchecked behavior from the mother won't at all strain their relationship as she gets older. I got assaulted by a girl in my school. She punched me in the face and kicked me and expected me not to hit her back. Okay, so you are also an assaulter then. Like, I'm all for defending yourself, but if you like literally went for the attack straight back, then I am a short guy and I guess she thought I was really skinny. But I actually work out and know how to punch. I hit her perfectly and knocked her to the floor right after her friends started screaming at me and asking why I would hit a girl. My comeback? You wanted equal rights? You got 'em. Now I got suspended. Most of the school hated me and I got on the jump list. But I'm mates with the popular kids, so they soon calmed it down and it's back to normal almost. Yeah, but this was equality in action. You can tell because they both got a chance to hit each other. Ooh, what's that part of my brain that's not sexist and actually applies some critical analysis? Technically, it's not equal. That while you can both have the same levels of aggression, the fact that there's clearly a difference in strength here completely cancels out any possibility of this being equal. Oh, and to argue this is just equal rights at play is the same as arguing it's an equal fight if Mike Tyson was to fight some loser who narrates memes on EmKay all the time. Hi. Thanks for explaining that to me, brain.
No one. Normal interaction between me and my dad.
"Why did you have to turn your mother into a goddamn furry? She keeps asking about wanting one of those furry suits."
Oh, an update. My mom is getting a fursuit. My dad to me. You're a furry degenerate and I won't ever accept you. Me. Okay, thumbs up. Meanwhile, my mom and grandparents become furries.
Wow, this person, they're going to be contacted by a lot of cult leaders hoping to use their skills in roping in people to join their sort of following. But I know what you're clearly, obviously wanting to know. Is is this legit? Obviously it is. Look, we've got a text conversation between Grandma.
Wanted to let you know I texted your mom yesterday. She told me about her fuzzy character and costume. Looks really neat, and I wanted to see if you could make a character for me and Pop Pop. We just got back home from Florida. Hope to see you in the end of May. Love you, and please stay in touch.
Sure, what's you and Grandpa's favorite animals? And I'm excited to see you too.
Tabby cat and sheep.
Is the girl in the room with us? Oh bro, random girl came into the men's locker room and asked me for my number while I was recording this. Sir, there is a mirror. We can see it's a dude walking through the door there that has caught your attention. And hey, shh, no, shh, hey, shh, don't cry. No, it's okay. It's okay. You're still allowed to feel attractive when the people who find you attractive don't technically have the kind of nipples and boobies that you prefer. Just respond the same way every single woman does when you try to approach them. Thank you, but no thank you. Super Stud's muscles are all he needs to scare off thieves. My physique is all the weaponry I need. I work out hard every day and have been for years. The other day, some young guy is in my backyard trying to steal my wheelbarrow. I stepped outside with no shirt on, just stood there and stared at him. He simply slowly backed away to the gate, looking at me in pure terror, and left. I moved to the gate and watched as he ran as fast as he could down the street. My guns are all the guns I need. The part of the story he omitted from this is the fact he actually wasn't wearing any pants either. And so the guy stealing was actually like, oh, thank you, but no thank you. Oh, you're coming closer. No, thank you, but no thank you. No, wrong ones. No thank you. Bye, I'm leaving. Totally normal gym interaction. I had a guy waiting by the machine I was using, and then when I got off, he stopped me and said, sorry if I was pressuring you, but were you lifting that much weight? That's more than I can do.
When I tell you it made my day.
Ow, that really hurt my chest because I'm holding my mic with my other hand, so... Ow, I got a red mark. I once asked a friend why I intimidated girls and couldn't find a girlfriend. She answered,
You're husband material, not boyfriend material. You're a great man who knows how to treat a woman, and that scares girls that don't want to grow up, even if it is what's best for them.
And those words have stuck send gift with me ever since. Now, anyone with a common sense brain would read this as, oh yes, of course, women are humans too, who develop both psychologically and mentally just like men have to. And some of them aren't mature enough, both towards others or to themselves, to actually be serious in relationships yet. I should consider that about each individual and not just paint an entire label over all women in general. Instead, you'll get comments like,
this is why men go the wrong way.
That's why you don't even bother committing to one.
Oh, they're always just trying to monkey print. It's hypocritical.
This guy's response to the interview question, what is your biggest weakness? I haven't had to do interviews in years, at least 25. But the last time I did, some little tricksy HR person asked me, tell me about a stressful situation from your past and how you dealt with it. I was sitting there in a custom suit and shirt and a $200 tie, What has any of this got to do with the interview? No one cares about what you're wearing. You could say you were wearing your underpants and it would still be pointless. I slowly got up. Don't worry, he's wearing underpants. And asked, that's really the best you've got? Did you even look at my documentation? I'm sorry, I just can't work with a company that hired someone as utterly intellectually mismatched for this meeting as you were, and left. Later that afternoon, I got a call from one of the higher-ups apologizing. Well, she's new, blah blah. I said, well, she represents you, and that was that. It was a nice feeling. Yes, because one of the higher-ups' common positions is to call up potential employees, people they haven't even hired yet, to have a personal conversation with. A man told me yesterday, you're intimidating. My response, why? He goes, women that have it all make men wonder, how do we fit in? Me. We fit in the only way we men know how. By Kool-Aid Manning right into a wall.
Oh yeah!
God damn it, Steve, why did you do that?
I'm gonna build a window there. I'm bored and I want to build something.
Oh, my heart.
God, I will never find comfort in those child emoji faces. They just, it looks like something in a horror game. For kids, like Freddy's or the Puppy's Plaything, whatever. No, wait, is that the game? Oh God, oh, I'm so out of touch.
This one asked for booby at bedtime tonight.
Oh, I don't want to, I know it's natural human bodily function, but still, it's still uncomfortable, okay?
They asked for it, having not boobed for a few days, just before he latched on.
Oh, it's annoying how I create visual stimulus when I read things. This is a cursed ability. Don't like it. It got out of the brain.
He shared these words of wisdom with me.
No, he didn't. Okay, all right, let's hear it.
Booby is not actually just milk. It's a device that moves your love into me and my love into you?
How? What are you doing? Where is she latching onto you, bro? What is this weird symbiosis?
Joshua, age 6 years and 5 months.
Oh, God, poor Gen Alphas. Being raised by millennials who clearly never grew up from the constant craving of attention and approval online.
Look how smart and special my kid is. He's more smart and special than yours.
A landlord's wet dream. My tenant refused to allow me to do a surprise inspection of the rental unit, so I called the police and had him arrested. There is just so much ludicrous. The audacity of this is what I want to say. How can I make him pay for the disposal of his belongings before the new tenant moves in? Okay, hold up. So you, for one thing, were just going to do a random inspection, but now you suddenly have someone available to move in within a few days? This is all ignoring the obvious reality that no police officer is going to arrest someone who is paying you to have temporary ownership or responsibility in the caretaking of your property. Saving the day at McDonald's. Went to McDonald's last night. Guy in front can't decide what to order. Lines getting long. People starting to mumble. I step up. Tell him, in the field, you got seconds to make a choice or you're toast. Guy picks something in a flash. Moves on. Cashier gives me a nod and a salute. Like I just saved the day. Whole lines looking relieved. Just doing my bit. Making decisions under pressure. The guy probably finally made a decision and then he stepped in and made this stupid quote and the guy's like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever, man. Yeah, sorry, I finally made a decision.
Got my nails done and picked this cute-ass lavender color. My nail guy goes,
that was my wife's favorite. She passed away 15 years ago today. This morning I woke up and asked for a sign that she's still here with me, so I guess this is it. Thank you.
I'm flipping crying.
Oh, congrats. You've got someone who's going to develop a parasocial relationship with you that's going to go on the verge of stalking and is going to be a very uncomfortable life for you and your local community. Very normal human behavior in public. That awkward moment when your wife finishes up her business trip 2 days early. She signed 14 contracts for homes. She takes the last flight out of San Francisco. Gets into Philly at 3:45 a.m. I had to do an emergency shift. Did not know she was coming in. She did not know I was working. So she is standing in line for coffee. I am behind her with a coworker. Her hair is in a ponytail. And I am admiring her butt. And I say, I know that butt. She is busy on her phone, texting me, then realize what time it is and I would be asleep. So she moves up in line. I get behind her real close and she said,
You better step off. My husband works here.
I said, me no care. Me likey butt.
Okay, ladies, and hey, even some fellas who swing that way too. Can you let me know if speaking like an aggressive caveman is attractive? Is endearing, is somewhat cheeky and fun. Because I think the last thing someone wants from you when they tell you to back off is for you to go ooga booga mode.
Story time. In kindergarten, I got put in timeout because I stood up and cheered when Snow White got poisoned by the witch because she was so annoying, and I was so glad she was dead. Other girls were crying. I have never fit in.
Oh, how cute. You think being an edgelord makes you seem like you're special and no one understands you. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but that is so common among the masses, there's literally a website called 4chan. For you. Go there. Kids don't know what paper is anymore, guys. They don't use paper in schools.
When I was in food services, I put crayons and an activity sheet on the table. The kids said, what is this and why isn't it turning on?
Oh, God. You know that they know that obviously did not happen. I'm a 1994 baby and even I found this sort of crayons and activity sheet stuff boring as hell. This isn't some latest thing where, oh, suddenly kids aren't finding it entertaining anymore. No, it was never entertaining. It was always boring. My boss has interrupted our meetings multiple times because she has to go outside to feed the ravens. She always comes back 5 minutes later with some ominous stuff like, you need to befriend them or they'll turn against you.
Like, okay, get it, girl. Caw. Build that bird army.
Okay, look, it isn't true, obviously, but are they hiring? That sounds like a pretty cool kind of workplace. I like the quirky characters. $100. What's the worst thing a woman has done on the first date? She literally asked what was their most expensive drink. The waiter met my eyes and the bro code kicked in. He just kept saying everything was out of stock. God bless him where he is now. I went back to give him a tip, but he declined. I mean, the people who clearly spout what he wants to spout, this never really happens to these kind of people. But that said, I do have to agree with the code here. If someone is offering to buy you something and you're purposefully choosing the most expensive thing, you don't you don't deserve it. Everyone else in the restaurant stood up and clapped. What was the most rewarding job in the world? Being a parent for sure. Recently, I was having a coffee with my girls in a well-known shop. It was clear that they were extremely understaffed, and although we waited about a half hour for the coffee, we patiently sat at our table. Out of sudden, my daughter got up and started cleaning the tables around. I asked her why she is doing it, and her reply made me realize how proud of a mom I am.
Mom, there are only 2 people serving in the shop and they are busy, so I am helping. Mom, you have raised us very well, and just because we are lucky, not everyone else is.
Can't lie, my heart was pounding with joy. The barista saw her and after a few minutes came to our table and handed us a free coffee card for our next visit. It was joyous, not so much for the free coffee, but the look of appreciation in his eyes. I wanted to share this with you all, especially at this time of the year. What time? This could literally be any time of the year. There is nothing specific about this. I mean, here's the worst part. I actually agree parenting is the most rewarding job in the world. It's like an investment trader, but you don't really trade your kid. You constantly just invest in them, and you literally see it grow. I mean, that's awesome. It's just a shame so many parents put so much effort into these stupid dramatizations than to, I don't know, maybe just enjoy having their child. At the dinner table last night, me. What are you thankful for? 6-year-old.
We are not poor and not rich.
Me. Why are you so thankful for not being rich?
Sometimes people lose the focus of being nice.
Shut your mouth. Your child talked about nothing but dinosaurs for at least an hour and you know it. Dog chewing on a Sharpie creates a self-portrait. This absolutely, totally happened and so many people truly believe it. No, sorry, I see a schlong. I can see the shape of a schlong, and that's not a dog.
My dog sat chewing a Sharpie on the sofa and drew a self-portrait. I kid you not.
Like, the only part about this possibly looking like the dog is the fact there's like a sharp, dark mark there, and then the mouth. The rest of it, no. No. Fell asleep on my flight and woke up my cheek on the shoulder of a cute boy next to me, and I told him, oh my god, that's embarrassing. But then he said, don't be sorry, we're practically married now that we've napped together. And asked if I wanted to grab a drink next week. What's going on? I think your caps lock is stuck. That's probably the problem.